Welcome back. We're tackling the issue of shrinkflation and how that's impacting you in your household. And joining me again is Mary Bach. She's a consumer advocate for over 40 years. Mary, this has been an excellent discussion thus far on what shrinkflation is and how this is impacting us, especially in our grocery store aisles. Sometimes I find visuals help. Could you give us a visual example, or do you have some examples of what we mean when we talk about shrinkflation?
I do, Tanya. Let me show you, for example, Ivory soap. These two packages, let me make sure that I have them side by side for you.
Oh, yes.
These two packages both have 10 bars of soap, if you can see those clearly.
Yes.
And you can also see, hopefully, that, let me.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Here.
One is significantly larger.
One is clearly smaller than the other. And one, the original one, the larger one, had 10 bars, 113 grams or 4 ounces each. And the newer package has 90 grams, 3.1 ounce each. So that's just one of many examples in the marketplace these days. A lot of sports enthusiasts drink various types of sports beverages. And here is Gatorade.
Wow.
That went from 32 ounces down to 28 ounces. When I bought these, they were both on the shelf on the same day. They were the same price. And the company says that they made one smaller so that it was easier to hold. And that's this one that is now 28 ounces. But
I agree, it is easier to hold, but there's clearly diminished, there's less product in the newer shaped bottle.
And for the price, I think anyone buying that would rather have more quantity, because they were holding it just fine until the company made this change.
My goodness. Wow. Those are some visually striking examples. Now, I feel like I have to be more aware when I go to the grocery store. I mean, and that's the thing. So many, families are busy, singles are busy, people are busy. They don't pay attention to these sorts of things. Do you feel there's something that can be done? Like, what can be done? Can a consumer actually do something about this? You said it's completely legal, but is there anyone they can complain to?
Well, the first thing we can do is switch brands. And most of these companies are putting toll-free telephone numbers or some type of complaint line or email address, website on their individual packages. And I think that it really does pay to complain, that you can let your feelings be known as a good customer of a particular product, complain in a very nice way. But at a minimum, they may send you some coupons or, some type of incentive to continue to buy their particular product. No company wants to lose business from their good customers. And that's probably the most important thing that you can say to them, is that you are going to switch brands because you are so upset with how they are manipulating the product that you have regularly bought.
And I do feel somewhat badly, obviously, if prices are going up for, say, the packaging and the flowers and things. Like, I think we all recognize that there are going to be increased costs coming up. But as you said, paychecks haven't increased necessarily during COVID or during this inflationary period. So how do we justify paying more to ourselves?
Well, again, we just have to do what's best for our individual families. All of our buying patterns are so different, household to household, that it's hard to make fast set rules that really govern everybody. We have to make our own decisions about these things. But I tell you, I'm very quick to switch brands. Many of the store brands are actually packaged by national manufacturers, and the store brands are every bit as good as the national brands for less money. And so we have to impact our own individual budgets any way that we possibly can. But I urge people to speak up, to complain, and many times the store manager, the local manager, is not the person to complain to,
Right.
because that local manager really has no idea what the company is doing. Again, it's deceptive because they know that if they just raise the price, that we probably would have an outcry or we would really be angry. And I want to caution people.
Actually, can I pause you there? We've got to cut to
Sure.
commercial and give us that caution in just a moment.